And I welcome you back to the Debrinick channel. I have been on hiatus. I have been busy. Plenty going on. A lot of personal stuff going on with me and my family. So just keep us in your prayers if you would, especially my stepmom. There's a lot going on that I really don't want to talk about here, but I appreciate all the prayer warriors helping us out any way they can and help for her well-being. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and start. We are talking about Lake Oroville, but before we get going on that, I want to talk about this monster low that's going to kick up. NorEaster is going to be a massive thing as we scoot on here. We're at Tropical Tidbits here. You can see this low pressure going to affect the entire state of Florida. As we roll up, you can see this monster low here. It is 570 millibars. They say this is just coming out of the blue, and this turns into a beast going up the East Coast. You can see this massive nor'easter kicking plenty of pressure. The wind's going to be intense and it is going to be crazy, especially on the 18th. We go to the 18th and you can see over here in California that they're going to be getting rain as well. We'll be talking about that in a second. We'll come right back to that, but I want to talk about this nor'easter that's going to be impacting the East Coast of the United States. 984 millibars. That's pretty intense, and you have massive winds going to be blowing down from Canada, and it continues to scoot on here. Look at this thing, 977. It's getting deeper and deeper, and look at all these isobars all the way back to Kansas City, almost through St. Louis, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York City, New York State. All the East Coast is going to be affected by this storm. It's going to be a doozy. At the same time, simultaneously, you have a lot of a low pressure kicking in here that's going to be bringing rain over to Lake Oroville. We continue to scoot on here, and then the snow starts to kick in. There's not a lot of cold air with this, a little bit on the backside, but this is not going to be a terrible nor'easter by any stretch of the imagination. It will be some snow like up in Pennsylvania and New York State and Maine and all them up that way. California is getting hit with plenty of rain. We continue to scoot on. Here comes this low pressure, not near as strong as this low pressure that just kicked off, and you can see that the whole state's going to get hit by it. And this low pressure is kicking up here in Southern California, which is bizarre. Usually it doesn't go that low, but there we go. It kicks up, followed by another storm coming through about 234 hours in, and this big old swath of rain and snow there in the Sierra mountain range there. And a lot of this is going up to the northwest, just like it did in the last couple of weeks. If you guys have been paying attention, the northwest, Oregon and all that, they have been getting pounded. California, not so much. It's been pretty dry. But there's not a whole lot of snow, as you can see with any of these systems. It's been pretty warm for December because of the El Nino going on and everything else. It's causing plenty of snow to go through. You can see more snow coming through. Another nor'easter kicks up. High density isobars, 985, almost as powerful as the last one that kicked through, and this is at 288 hours. They're predicting another one. Now you got to remember the East Coast has been fairly dry these last couple of winters because of the La Nina going on. Not a whole lot of those going on, so pretty crazy. You have 540 millibars all the way back here, 998. You can see the high pressure starting to kick in. This goes all the way back towards Kansas City. Crazy intense for this time of year. This will be right after Christmas, so it doesn't look like there's going to be much of a white Christmas for most folks. A little Alberta clipper kicking in through here, through Illinois possibly, but nothing too bad. We continue to roll, and a little storm kicks up in the Colorado mountain range right here, and that's what we got going on as we continue to scoot on here. We continue to scoot on here. You can see that this is long way out. Possibly rain turning into snow on New Year's Eve. We will see a snowstorm possibly kick through. I'm not going to get too excited about that. That's very far out, and nothing going on in California. Now let's go to windy.com and see what's going on over there. As we roll out to windy.com near Lake Oroville, like 4.15 inches, pretty typical for this time of year. Usually they get quite a bit. Chico over here, 4.5. Sacramento, 1.7. You can see my friends over in Vegas, nothing. My friends down in Havasu, hello y'all. Hope you're all doing well. 0.54 inches, and not a lot of precipitation in general, especially over here in the Colorado, so that's kind of a bummer. We go over here, you can see that nor'easter, they're going to get quite a bit of precipitation. A lot of rain is still kicking up here toward southern Alaska over here by Juneau, getting almost 8 inches. Ketchikan down here, 6.3. You go to Petersburg, you get 5.7. over here just northwest of Juneau, 15.6 inches. Now, I wonder if that's snow there or if that's rain. That's actually snow. 149 inches they're expecting there. That's insane. So they're getting a ton of snow up this way up in Canada, but what we're mainly focused in on down here is how much snow in this Sierra. Just not a whole lot. You got 7 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches, a little bit down here, 13.2. We were much wetter last year at this point in time, so we will wait and see if this pattern continues. It's been very dry so far this fall. There's been a little bit of precipitation, but the lake levels have not shown that whatsoever. And let's go out to Lake Oroville and see what's going on at Lake Oroville. As we roll out to Lake Oroville, you can see that the water level's right around 811.54 feet, and that was Saturday, December 16th, 2023 at 9 a.m. The level's 88.46 feet below full pool of 900, and changes since yesterday. The lake is down 0.20 feet in the last 24 hours. Over the last 7 days, Lake Oroville's down 0.14 feet, and then over the last 14 days, Lake Oroville's down 0.10 feet. As the lake comes up and down, it fluctuates and whatnot. Over the last 30 days, Lake Oroville is down 2.70 feet, so the lake has come down quite a bit, and we continue to roll to where it was last year at this time, and it is way up. Lake Oroville's up 142.57 feet over the last year. That's incredible, and we continue to roll on out to your full pool level of 900, and then in 2021 the level was 684.21 feet. Of course, last year the level was 668.97, and then your current level, as stated earlier, 811.54. Your record's 902.57, which happened in 2017, and 628.63, which happened in 2021. You can see that not quite the same. You can see it already started to come back up in 2021 from there, so just a little comparison there. And we go out to your inflows and your outflows. Now, the inflows are 1,675, and your outflows are currently 3. As before that, I was looking at the chart from the DWR, and they were much higher the hour before, so they just slowed down the releases. They do that quite a bit, so don't be alarmed by that they're only releasing 3. They had been releasing more than that before, obviously, or we wouldn't have negative numbers on the water level. We go to percentage of capacity next. Your current percentage of capacity is 65.71%, and that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for stopping by. Sorry I've been gone so long. Like I said, I had a couple friends pass away. One was a cousin, one was who was a good friend, and then an actual good friend of mine passed away. Not to mention that I've had another cousin die in a car wreck, and then I had a family member diagnosed with cancer. So prayers for everybody. Thank you guys for stopping by. Have a peaceful day, and let the prayer warriors please pray for my family. They need much prayer. Thank you. God bless.